I'm going to start to feel. It's going to mess up my ability to perform at work. I'm going to be perceived different. People are going to think I'm weak. Maybe my wife or my girlfriend's going to think I'm weak. And the reality is the complete opposite, that if you want to have any type of emotional sovereignty, any type of emotional resiliency, you have to understand the emotions that are happening inside of you. So the way I look at it is, I gave this analogy to I was working with a stock trader. He's like one of the top stock traders on Wall Street.
Hmm.
And he had been sent to me, he was having a little bit of a he was having a hard time with his career, but he was also dealing with immense amounts of anxiety and panic attacks and that kind of stuff. And so he came to work with me. And his whole thing was like, why should I feel my feelings? Like, why should I even bother doing that? And I said, okay, imagine this. Imagine that you went to trade a stock, take Tesla or Apple, choose a stock, whichever one you want. And as you were going to choose the stock, you didn't look at any of the data or the information about the company's performance. You didn't look at the profit and loss statement. You didn't look at the history of how the company had been performing. You didn't look at any of that information. Do you think that you would be making a good trade? He's like, absolutely not. And I said, okay, well, that is how you've been making decisions in your life. That's how you've been making decisions. Because when you cut yourself off from the data and the information of your emotions, of your physical body, you are missing out on arguably 70 to 80% of the data and the information that is necessary for you to make decisions and choices in your
Hmm.
intimate relationship, in your health, in your finances. And those are the things, that's the data and the information that by ignoring it is causing you to make poor decisions. So you have a net negative outcome that is happening by ignoring this. So I just want to make that case first because there is a really strong resistance towards getting into the body for men. And there's a really strong resistance for it because we've been told not to, it's pointless, it doesn't matter, but also because the body is the realm of the unconscious
Mm.
and it's the realm of emotions. And for men, that feels chaotic, that feels unknown, that's frightening, right? The brain encodes anything chaotic and unknown as a threat. And so for the majority of men, when you say, let's feel your feelings, let's get into your body, there's actually a threat response that happens in the brain. The
Mhm.
brain says, that is dangerous. I shouldn't do that. And
Yeah.
so we have to acknowledge that you're having a threat response by, going in to feel your feelings. So with all that said, how do we do it? How do we get into the body? The easiest and simplest way is just through your breath. Your breath is the conduit. It's the vehicle into the body. It is the vehicle that's going to bring you into contact with physical sensations. It's the vehicle that's going to bring you into contact with emotional sensations in the body or energetic sensation. And it is the vehicle that's going to help you to either upregulate your body, so actually move into a more doing oriented state, or it's going to help you to downregulate your body and actually help you to calm your nervous system, to calm you when you're under stress, under duress, when you're anxious, when you're bored, when you're stressed out and you want to go and watch porn even though you've told yourself that you don't want to do that. So the
Mm.
the breath is the way in. For me,